Today, we have another smartphone head-to-head. With the recent launch of POCO's F8 series, we thought, what's the difference between the F8 Ultra and the F7 Ultra? And no, it's not Vin Diesel or Paul Walker. The POCO F7 Ultra has already proved itself as one of the best value flagships of its time with its powerful chipset, fast charging, and highly competitive pricing. But now, the POCO F8 Ultra steps in with an even more ambitious spec sheet, and it aims to pull the F-series deeper into true flagship territory. The question is, does it actually outclass the F7 Ultra, or is this just another incremental follow-up? Let's get into it. Starting off with design and build, the POCO F8 Ultra immediately gives off a much more premium vibe compared to its predecessor. It features a satin finish glass back, a bold and redesigned camera island, and a sturdy aluminum frame. Despite housing a 6,500 mAh battery, the F8 Ultra weighs 218 grams, which is still reasonable for a device of its size. It also carries IP68 water and dust resistance, making it feel like a complete flagship package. And just like the F8 Ultra, the POCO F7 Ultra, on the other hand, already delivered a premium feel with the same glass and metal construction, an IP68 rating, and balanced weight of around 212 grams. It looked and felt good for its class, but the F8 Ultra refines the formula. In our opinion, the F8 Ultra wins here thanks to its more polished aesthetic and overall more truly flagship presence. The F7 Ultra still looks great, but the F8 Ultra feels like the more mature product. But, of course, design is subjective, and since they're pretty much the same materials and ingress protection, we're calling this round a tie. Moving over to their displays. The POCO F8 Ultra is equipped with a large 6.9 2K LTPS AMOLED display that can dynamically switch from 60Hz to 120Hz. It reaches peak brightness levels of around 3500 nits and gets support for Dolby Vision and HDR10+. It delivers excellent color accuracy and very responsive touch performance. Watching content is especially enjoyable thanks to its Bose-tuned 2.1 channel speaker system, complete with a micro subwoofer that adds depth and bass you don't normally hear from smartphone speakers. It also uses an ultrasonic in-display fingerprint scanner that remains fast even with slightly damp fingers. The POCO F7 Ultra uses a slightly smaller 6.67-inch 2K Flow AMOLED panel with the same 60 to 120Hz refresh rate. It gets a slightly smaller peak brightness of 3200 nits and also offers vivid colors, deep blacks, and strong HDR performance. The stereo speakers are good, but not nearly as full-bodied as the F8 Ultra's enhanced setup. For biometrics, it also gets a fast and reliable in-display ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. So for this segment, it really comes down to one thing, and that's the auditory experience, which is why the F8 Ultra takes this round for its better 2.1 channel Bose-tuned speaker setup. And of course, it gets plus points for the brighter panel output and display size. Moving over to performance. The POCO F8 Ultra is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, paired with up to 16GB of LPDDR5X memory and 512GB of UFS 4.1 storage. Day-to-day use is blazing fast, apps load instantly, animations remain smooth, and even demanding games run at stable high frame rates. The F7 Ultra, while still very capable, runs on the previous Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset. It delivers strong performance and smooth gaming, but benchmark results show a clear gap. The F8 Ultra's benchmarks easily surpass its predecessor, with scores above 3.6 million in Antutu version 11, and storage speeds that also broke past 4200 megabytes per second for both read and write. The F7 Ultra remains fast, responsive, and more than enough for everyday use, just not as future-proof. Either way, both phones handle any apps we could throw at them, and most users won't really see a big difference in day-to-day usage. But we still do need a winner for this round, and the F8 Ultra decisively wins in pure performance numbers. For optics, the POCO F8 Ultra sports a triple 50-megapixel setup at the rear, featuring a 50-megapixel main camera, a 50-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 50-megapixel periscopic telephoto lens, which serves as the 5x optical zoom. The F7 Ultra also features a triple camera system featuring a 50 megapixel main shooter, 50 megapixel telephoto lens that serves as the 2.5x optical zoom, and a 32 megapixel ultra-wide. Jumping into some sample shots, both camera systems perform similarly, but when looking at the same shots side by side, we notice that the F7 Ultra tends to favor cooler tones and can add a slight pink tint to its images. Interestingly, in less than ideal lighting conditions, both phones handle shadows and contrast differently. It's as if the F7 Pro tends to preserve more shadow and highlight detail, resulting in a more HDR-like image than its predecessor. All in all, this was a bit of a struggle to decide on, but for cameras, the F8 Ultra wins, though not by much. Both phones perform well, but the better zoom capability gives the F8 Ultra a clear advantage. For software, out of the box, the F8 Ultra comes with HyperOS 3.0 based on Android 16. It feels refined, fluid, and very responsive thanks to new animations and better background memory handling. It also introduces more AI tools and a dynamic island-like feature that serves as a minimized app hub for certain apps like Spotify, calls, timers, and more. Floating windows also come with more fluid animations and are easier to use, showing off the overall software stability. The F7 Ultra runs on HyperOS 2 based on Android 15. It's already stable, lightweight, and customizable, but lacks the refinement and stability and newer features found in the F8 Ultra. The HyperOS 3 update should be coming to the F7 Ultra models soon, if you don't have it already. Either way, for this segment, we'll be giving it to the F8 Ultra due to the updated software, extra features, and smoother overall experience. For battery, the F8 Ultra has a massive 6500 mAh battery capable of easily lasting up to 2 days of moderate or light usage. It supports 100 watts of wired charging, 50 watts of wireless charging, and even 22.5 reverse wireless charging. In PCMark's Work 3.0 battery test, it achieved 20 hours and 20 minutes, which is very impressive for a device this powerful. The F7 Ultra, on the other hand, features a smaller 5300 mAh battery with a faster 120 watt wired charging rate and 50 watts of wireless support too. It lasts a full day comfortably, but endurance naturally trails behind the larger battery of the F8 Ultra. In PCMark's Work 3.0 battery test, it garnered a result of 14 hours and 16 minutes, which isn't necessarily bad, but we can see why it needed that faster wired charging speed. So for battery, the F8 Ultra wins again thanks to significantly longer battery life. For connectivity, both devices cover all the necessary connectivity options including 5G, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, NFC, and an IR blaster. The F8 Ultra adds eSIM support, although using that feature disables the secondary SIM slot. Its USB Type-C 3.2 port can also output video, making it compatible with external displays. The F7 Ultra offers traditional dual SIM functionality with no eSIM support in sight, and you can't display video via Type-C on this device. So for connectivity, we're giving it to the POCO F8 Ultra for offering eSIM convenience. Now, before we wrap this video up, let's talk about price. The POCO F8 Ultra starts at 39,999 pesos for the 12 plus 256 gig configuration, and 42,999 pesos for the 16 plus 512 gig variant. The POCO F7 Ultra starts at 36,999 pesos and 39,999 pesos for the same configurations respectively. That's a gap of 3,000 pesos for each model's SRPs. So yes, the POCO F8 Ultra is a bit more expensive, but it deserves praise for not having to jack the price up to actual flagship territory. So, which one should you buy? Well, if you want the most powerful, most premium, and most future-ready POCO F-series phone yet, the POCO F8 Ultra is the obvious choice. It delivers meaningful upgrades in performance, battery life, multimedia, cameras, and software stability. But if you want flagship-level specs at the lowest possible entry point, the POCO F7 Ultra remains an extremely strong value pick. It shares many strengths of the F8 Ultra, but comes in at a more budget-friendly price. But what do you guys think? If you're considering upgrading from a phone from 5 years ago or more, would you rather get the POCO F8 Ultra or the F7 Ultra? Which you guys might even be able to get for a much bigger sale in a few days. Let us know in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, found it informative, educational, or helpful, be sure to smack that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit that bell icon to get notified of our future uploads. Be sure to visit yugotech.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok for the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this was the POCO F8 Ultra and the POCO F7 Ultra, and I'm Miguel T, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.